The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead.
Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Viral Venom. This is number 24, which is kind of interesting that we've done this many. It looks like we have people popping in the comments section already. Let's check on that. Zachary Scott, he says, hey, Anthony and Mandy. Hello, Zachary.
Hi, Zachary.
All right, so tonight we're joined by very talented, the super awesome, up-and-coming actress, Camille Langlie. But before we bring her out, we have to give a special shout-out to Michael Claude Thomas and the B-Movie Monsters. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to use your song, Plan 9, in our intro video. The B-Movie Monsters are on streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse. Check them out on Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Monster Music. Streaming platforms everywhere. They have a song that's going to be used as the theme for our upcoming feature film, Killer Pizza. The song is called Revenge. Thank you guys so much. All right, so we are going to bring her out. Okay, so we have to go over a couple things first. First things first, Killer Pizza has a brand new sharing contest. I know you guys like those. It's an easy way to win free merchandise. Right now, the person that comes in first place wins a Killer Pizza t-shirt and a Killer Pizza hat. Second place wins a Killer Pizza shirt, and third place wins a lanyard. All right, so right now for the current rankings, in first place, we have Joshua Lacey with 23 shares. In second place, we have Adam King with 16 shares. In third place, we have Morgan Suzek with 12 shares. The contest started today at midnight, and it's going to go until next Monday. If you want to participate, all you have to do is share the link for the Killer Pizza Indiegogo campaign on social media. You can only share it in each place one time per day. So you can share it on your profile once. You can share it in a group, each group one time, the story, Instagram, and X, and so on and so forth, anywhere on the internet. Just make sure to send me a screenshot each time you share the link so I can keep an accurate count of the shares that you have. Let's see, Zachary says, woo, right back at you. And then Billy Baxter says, can't wait to have you guys on the show. We can't wait to be on the show.
We'll be going on for the Halloween 3, right?
Yes, but not on the 16th. He had to
16th?
reschedule. Not on the 16th.
That's what I just said, not on the 16th.
Not on the 16th. But we're going to be on. All right, so the last thing that we have to go over before we bring her out is free raffle night for Boredom and Bloodshed. Our brand new campaign went live on Indiegogo. It's set to go in demand. We've already reached our goal, so it will go in demand on Indiegogo. It's a guaranteed winning project. If you guys want to be a part of it, it's in demand right now on Indiegogo. Donate to the campaign. All the money helps us produce the film. We have a bunch of talented up-and-coming actors that are attached to it, including Christian Bester, a.k.a. Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Blood Loss and Law & Order SVU in a major role in it. Right now, if we, the next 8 people to donate $50 or more get a free lanyard in addition to whichever perks they choose. Once we reach $7,000, we're going to have free raffle night. So a lot of you guys are kind of new. You're not sure what that means. What it means is we go live on Facebook and we give away a bunch of merchandise to all the people that donated to the campaign. So if you've donated any amount of money to the campaign, you are automatically entered to win prizes. You're still guaranteed to get whatever perk you paid for, but you're also entered into these raffles. If you win, it doesn't cost you anything. We pay for the shipping and you just get free stuff. So help us out, help us get to that goal so we can have free raffle night sooner than later. We'll do it multiple times so you guys have a bunch of chances. And by the way, we don't just give away a couple prizes. I mean, the last few times we gave away like 40 prizes. It just depends on how many backers we have and how much stuff we can get out to you guys. So it's definitely a fun thing to be a part of. Donate today so that you can get involved. At the end of the show, after we get to talk to Camille, we're going to go over our recently watched films. So stay tuned for that. It's just a fun way to end the show. Okay, without further ado, it's the actress of the hour, the super talented Camille Langlie. Oh my God, it's Camille! I told you she'd be here. Mandy didn't think I got the real Camille to be on tonight. She thought like maybe she's like, no way, there's no way you could have gotten Camille, but nope, here she is.
Okay. She's like just sitting there like, what?
No, sorry, you glitched out, so I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh, okay. All right. It's all right. It probably wasn't important. How are you, Camille?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. So we recently announced that Nancy Ann Ritter would be in our upcoming film, Killer Pizza. Nancy is known as the bathroom girl from Scream. So we have to ask all the guests the same question to kick off the interview. Mandy?
What's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie is actually the Scream series, for sure. I really like the Scream movies.
How about that?
How about
That's
that? You know, I don't think anyone has said Scream yet, which is interesting because
yeah, no one said Scream yet.
We're doing it because of Scream, but I think she's the first one to say Scream.
I just like it because it's like almost funny in a way. Like there's other movies I also like. I really like the movie The Black Phone also because it's like more realistic and stuff. But I feel like all the Scream movies are also my favorite just because they're like funny in a way almost.
You know, the guy that made the mask for the Black Phone, he was attached to Blood Loss for a short time. He was going to do the FX and stuff at one point. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
You know, we parted ways. We wish him the best. He's a cool guy. No hard feelings on either side, I hope.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. Super talented. Zachary says... Jason Baker, yeah. Zachary said his favorite is Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Mandy's is Halloween 3. Mine is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Brent says, Anthony, I have a Roku channel and would love to put your trailer on when finished. Thank you. We'd love to have it on there. Thank you so much. That sounds awesome. All right. So Camille got a role as Ashlyn in Friday the 13th, Blood Loss. It's a super cool, super fun role, I thought. There's a lot of makeup involved. How did Camille get attached to the project, and what drew you to it? Why did you want to be a part of it?
Well, I really like horror. There's like other movies I like also, and it was just like the thought of just like the blood and the gore and that kind of stuff is just like cool to be a part of almost, I thought. And so yeah, I saw the casting call and stuff and I'm like, oh, I know Friday the 13th is like already like kind of like a big thing, and I'm like, this is really cool if it's another like thing close to that almost, and it is. And I just thought it would be super cool, and it is.
Awesome. So yeah, Friday the 13th Blood Loss is an unofficial fan film, but it's still a higher end fan film. So we don't own the IP to Jason Voorhees. We don't own the rights to Camp Crystal Lake or Pamela Voorhees or any of that stuff. But for what we had to work with, we really put a lot of effort into getting the film made. So there are a lot of fan films out there, and they could kind of the quality kind of swing one way or the other. We definitely try to be on the better end of that. And I think you know, we with the cast and the crew, including Camille and all the other awesome actors that we had, I think we did a pretty good job and came up with something that the fans are gonna love. So we have a couple people in the comments section. Matthew White says his favorite scary movie is Halloween, the original. Can't go wrong with Halloween. Maurice says his favorite is Halloween 4. I used to watch Halloween 4 like over and over when I was little because it was always on TV. What was that channel? It used to be like TMC or something. Is that it? TMC? It was on. It used to be on like over and over again. Halloween 4 or Halloween 5.
TMC.
Yeah, 4 and 5. Zachary said couldn't agree with it. I think he couldn't agree more, Zachary. Yeah, Zachary filmed with us on the first day of this last shoot. He filmed an interview scene, and he was super awesome to have on set with us. Zachary also pops in for a lot of these live streams. We get to talk about movies and so forth. So, Camille, if you had is there a dream role that you have? Like, if you could play any character or any type of character, is there a dream role that you would want to do?
Yeah, I think maybe anything with like a TV show, if that makes sense. Like something that like just like lasts, you know what I mean? And then I really liked Ashlyn. I liked her like mysterious, and like I liked how she was with that. Yeah, I would just probably say a TV show with any character.
Very cool. And I think if someone out there is casting for TV show right now, they should definitely hire Camille, because she was super awesome to work with, super talented. Let's see. Matthew White says, I got to watch Mandee apply your makeup. How did it feel? Did it help you get into character?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I really thought the process of putting the makeup on was super cool. Just being able to like see how it like grows into like what it was. But yeah, I feel like once I had the makeup on, I was definitely Ashlyn more than I was Camille.
Very cool. How long did the makeup process take?
It was between her, Nick Andrews, and I had Katie Roback. The process, it took several hours to be able to complete her look, just in general, because her character had a lot more going on.
Nick and Katie will be with us next week, I believe next Wednesday, so we'll get a chance to ask them about the makeup too.
Yeah.
So there you go. What questions do you have for Camille?
Well, I know that this was her first film that she was on location and everything with. How was the experience for you? Was it something that you were expecting, or did it exceed your expectations? It's like, what did you really feel, and what you really thought about the whole filming process?
Yeah, I thought it was super fun. I thought I really enjoyed it. Like, I don't think there was a moment where I was like, oh, like, I was like just super great. I loved every moment of it. Like, from being in the makeup trailer and just being able to like talk with Nick and Katie, and then it being like in front of the camera, like on set. I thought that was like, all of it was super cool. I just liked every single part for sure.
Something we've talked about with Mark Brubaker when he was on was how late we film. So when Camille was with us, you know, the schedules that we have, we try to stick to it as closely as we can. But there's always almost something that comes up. It's like we were filming with Christian. It was supposed to be outside that office that's there, and it started pouring on us in the middle of the scene. So we had to break down, move everything inside, redo everything. It might have been that same. I don't remember if it was the same day or not, but things like that happen. And with the kind of budget that we have, and with the kind of the limited amount of time that we have to just like cram as much stuff in as we can. So with your character, you had a lot of night scenes, and we only had that one night to kind of get all the scenes. So we really filmed late. I mean, it was like early in the morning when we finished your stuff. So what was that like for you? Were you still able to kind of stay in character? I mean, I thought you did great, but how did you feel about staying in character all those hours that late into the morning and all that stuff?
Yeah, no, it was actually I think it was my first all-nighter I pulled, which I thought that was super cool. Like, I wouldn't want to pull it anywhere else. So
first all-nighter filming scenes with Jason and
I know. I was like,
It's kind of funny.
I'm a night owl, so like, I wasn't really tired. I think the tiredest I was around probably 4 in the morning, but I think that was when I like reached my peak in tiredness. But no, I think we got back to like we were staying at like 5 in the morning, I think. So yeah, and then so yeah, we got back at 5, and then we had to get up at 8 to drive back. And so I think, and then I had to get in the shower and I had to rinse all the makeup off. So I think I got 2 hours of sleep that morning or night or whatever. So it was, yeah, it was super fun, but I didn't get tired or anything, I felt like, and I felt like I stayed in character pretty well. The thing was that the makeup that I had right here, it kept like sliding down kind of. And so to try to prevent that, we would lay down in the car, and it was a little bit tricky not to fall asleep or get tired, but like not like too tricky because I'm a night owl and I like staying up at night.
It was raining
So
that day.
yeah, it was.
I was remembering that the makeup, having to retouch it and like redo
Yeah.
everything, and that's because it rained that day. So it was very humid and there was a lot of moisture in the air, which made it a little bit difficult.
Yeah, it made it like hard to like stay on, but I like the makeup process, so I'm not complaining. I thought it was super fun.
Oh, you did great. She wasn't
Thank you.
impatient or anything. She sat there. She was a trooper with it. So yeah, you did really great during that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I told your dad that Christian and I were, like bragging about you, like, oh, Camille did great, she was easy to get along with and helpful and all that stuff. What was it like? So I think actually all of your scenes had Christian in them, right?
Yeah.
I think we did one shot of you on your own at the end, but all the speaking stuff that you did was with him, right?
Yeah, for sure. He was my scene partner. He was the only one I was like talking to and stuff, but I thought that was like nice and stuff, so I could really get comfortable with him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he was super easy to work with. Like he was funny and stuff also, and it was just like it was like natural. It didn't even feel like I was trying to do anything. It was like a regular conversation. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, super cool guy. Christian Bester, normally pops in. Christian, where are you? He's probably gonna watch this after, and he'll check it out and see this. But he had 2 roles in the movie. He had John Hawthorne, he was a detective that's looking for a missing boy, and then he was Jason Voorhees too. So he was go. We were up like he was up 20 to 22 hours a day with me every day that we filmed. He actually filmed with us for 3 weeks too. Yeah. So he was just like, trooping, he was doing a lot. Super easy to work with, nice guy, funny and all that stuff, like you said. I thought you guys did well together. Sure. I thought you guys meshed and had that kind of like natural chemistry for the characters and everything. It was great. Yeah, for sure. I felt that way for sure. Yeah. Did you have like a favorite, without spoiling it, did you have like a favorite scene that you filmed? I would probably say the scenes that were outside, not just because they were outside, because of like the stuff I got to do in the scenes that were outside. Yeah. Like like the woodsy ones and stuff. Christian's still affected by that. We sent him to a dentist after the shoot. And... Oh yeah. We talked to him about that when he was on too. If you haven't seen that one, we talked to him about it a bit. Yeah. What is in the future? Do you have any roles that are booked right now, or you kind of just applying, or? Not currently. I'm still looking and stuff. I'm trying to find some more, but it's a little bit hard because most of the characters for like my age, like younger actors, they're like the younger version of a character, which I'm fine with doing that. But it's like character has brown eyes and black hair. I don't have that, so it's I'm trying to find some roles, but it's a little bit tricky. Do you still apply to them? Yeah, for sure. So what happened to us a couple times for this movie, the script changed a lot. We had this actress that was supposed to be like a lead, and she had one color hair, one color eye. She had her own eyes, whatever color.
Yeah.
We were trying to find a younger version of her, and then she kind of dropped out, and we replaced her with a different actress. So then we had to find a different younger actress that had different hair and different eyes. So we go back and look at those applications from earlier on. So I would say always apply. If it sounds like something fun, always apply to it, because you never know, they might start off looking for someone with brown hair and different color eyes, and then decide that they actually need somebody with your color eyes and hair. So.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, you never know. I'm sure you'll get something soon. So with this being your first project, it's probably kind of an exciting time, because you're starting to build your resume and putting IMDb credits together, and now you have something to show, like, hey, I was a part of this. And you'll have these scenes from the movie to show them and say, like, look what I can do, and once you kind of have that together, I think it'll be a lot easier for you to gain that stuff.
For sure.
So the other thing, I don't know if you knew, but Ashlyn, when I wrote Ashlyn, I was imagining somebody that was younger. So we had all these kids that were doing these interview scenes that were younger kids, and they were supposed to be Ashlyn's friends. And what happened with them was a lot of them got older from the time that we had casted them. They just kind of had like little spurts. And then we added more kids to that scene where they were kind of closer to the same age, and so things changed a lot. So I mean, even with your character, I wasn't imagining somebody that was your age for the character. So always apply, because you never know what could come from it.
In the beginning of the day that we were filming, I was talking with Charlotte for a little bit, and she was like, at first I actually applied for my role, the Ashlyn, and I think she's pretty younger than me. I don't know how old she is, maybe a couple years. She's like 12, maybe.
She's like 11 or 12.
She's
or
11.
11.
So she's 11, and she originally applied for Ashlyn, and I'm 14, so I don't know.
It was my decision. I had like the footage and everything that was sent in and everything, and I told Anthony that I would like to cast you as Ashlyn.
Thank you.
He said that your character was supposed to be younger, and I told him I know. I go, but I really, really like this girl, so I had wanted you to play the part.
Yeah, Ashlyn was like a completely different character when I wrote her too. It was she didn't have a name. She was just, you actually applied for creepy girl, right?
Exactly.
That's what she was in the that's what she was in the script. She didn't even have a name.
I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what I was applying for. It was just creepy girl, and I'm like, seems cool.
Yeah, we actually got like a lot of applications for it too. Mandy just liked yours, and it worked out great. So that was pretty cool. That's
great.
So did you have any questions about the movie or filming or anything like that?
I don't think so.
No. What can you tell people about the movie that without completely spoiling it? Like what do you think they'll get from it, or I don't know.
About my character, or about like the movie?
About the movie.
Well, it's a horror, and I didn't get the full script, so I don't know for sure, but I think it's wait, I need to figure out how to say it without giving anything away, because I feel really bad if I spoiled anything. I think
they know that it's about a detective that's looking for a missing boy. I don't know how familiar you are with the Friday the 13th films, but a lot of those films and the fan films are very much like set in summertime, and teenage kids are doing bad things, and then Jason comes and kills them. With this one, there's a bit more to it. It's different, I think, and so I think they all know that. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot that you could say that would like really spoil it, right?
Yeah, I think it's set on
character. I think anything she would say would spoil it.
Well, if you can just talk about the movie without giving details about your character, then I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's set in the fall, right? Am I correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's set in the fall, and it's at a camp, right?
Yep.
And yeah, so Jason, I've never seen the Friday the 13th movies, so I don't really know. I think Jason is there, and he I assume he's killing people. Uh, and the detective there is trying to find out what's happening to the missing boy, like you said, and he's trying to find out what's happening to like these kids or the kid or something like that.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
don't.
much
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty spot on. So, yeah, spoiler alert, Jason, this guy in this hockey mask, he shows up and starts killing people. He actually doesn't kill oh, I don't know if I want to say that yet, but yeah, Jason shows up and he kills people. That's kind of a given. It
I
is
know.
set at the camp.
I just really don't want to spoil anything. I would feel like really bad if I
Yeah, no,
spoiled
you're
anything.
oh yeah, you're fine. So most of the movies are set around summertime. This one's actually set around
Yeah.
fall. And
Mhm.
we actually went out of our way to we had to film a lot of the scenes, like your scenes were filmed in July. So we
Yeah.
have to go in and change the color of all the leaves and things. So when you see it, it'll actually look like it was done in like October. So
Yeah.
we did that because the first shoot dates that we had were in October, and we went in, changed a lot of that stuff around, and now we have to match all the trees in the background and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
my
yeah, it takes
wardrobe
place in the film.
my wardrobe was more like a fall wardrobe, I felt like. When I was, like, wearing my stuff, I was like, "This doesn't seem like much of a summer outfit." So, yeah, it makes sense that it's, like, set in the fall then.
Yeah, we had all the actors in pants and long
Yeah.
sleeve flannels and things. So once you see it, it'll kind of make more sense. It'll blend
Yeah,
together.
for sure.
So with this one, normally the stories are pretty straightforward. It's some kids are working at this camp. It's called Camp Crystal Lake. Um, they're supposed to be watching the kids, but they're partying and things like that. And Jason comes out. He comes back from the dead somehow, and then he kills all the kids at the camp. And usually at the end, there's a girl that's left, and she somehow beats Jason, and then they do the same
Mm.
thing in the next movie. Most of the fan films are kind of like that too.
Got it, yeah, so it's
With
kinda like
our
the Scream movies.
It's kind of like that, yeah. So
Yeah.
with our film, you know, well, like the Scream movies, they're trying to figure out who the killer is. That's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
I
more
love that kinda stuff, yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of more like what's happening with Blood Loss a little bit. But then we have these
Mhm.
other things like with Ashlyn and Nick's character and Katie's character popping up.
Yeah.
And so there's that stuff isn't normally in the Friday the 13th films. So
Mhm.
that's kind of like where we took things and kind of took some liberties and did our own thing with the
Yeah.
story. Um,
No, yeah, I
we're
think that's
super
super cool,
excited
yeah.
to yeah, something different, I think that a
Yeah.
lot of people are gonna like it because it's different. I think
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
gonna like yeah, so I think people are gonna like Ashlyn and Christian's characters and what we came up with together. What do you have any questions you want to ask?
We've covered a lot with her.
Yeah, so
Well, the one thing we didn't ask is what got you into wanting to start acting?
So, this is actually after I saw Stranger Things for the first time in 6th grade, I would say. And I love the show so much. It's still my favorite show. And in season 1, they have like a kid cast where like most of the actors in real life are like around 11 and stuff. And I was around 11 at the time also. And I was like, wow, like that would be so cool to be able to like do that. Like I don't know. I was just thinking about it for a while. And I was like my thinking got to the point where I was like, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could try to start doing that stuff. And I was like, I didn't want to tell anybody really because I thought it was kind of like a phase and it wasn't. And so I told my dad and my dad was like, "Oh yeah, like that sounds pretty cool. Like maybe we could start getting some like getting a part of the casting websites and stuff. And then the summer of 8th grade, this summer, we set up my profile and stuff, and I'm like, perfect, like this is what I wanted. And so I just started applying for stuff, and yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're very happy that we found you. You nailed the role for Camille. Everybody like raves about you.
For Ashlyn.
They're just so excited. I mean, not Camille, about Ashlyn. Sorry, Camille. I'm a little tired. But yeah, everybody, like with your role for Ashlyn and everything, all I heard is even Christian, it's like everybody just keeps saying how you nailed it and how well you were. And that they were just so impressed with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys were super, like, beyond my expectations. Like, you guys were really fun to work with, like, for sure.
Yeah, we're glad you enjoyed it and had fun. We hope that you
thank you guys.
Had like a great first filming experience, you know.
For sure, for sure.
With the role and everything too, being able to get those speaking lines in, and you were really in a lot of scenes, and you know, to kind of have you attached to this movie with Ari Lehman and Beatrice Buckley and, you know, Christian and all these cool people that have you know, Ari's the original Jason Voorhees. We filmed with him in October, so his scenes are in the movie too. I don't think you got to meet Beatrice. She was there a few days after you.
No, she was there.
Yeah, I don't think I met her.
So Beatrice was Amanda Kruger in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So she's Freddy Krueger's mom. She's in our movie as Jason's mom. So she's attached to the movie too. And then we have, you know, Christian, who's kind of making this name for himself, making a splash, doing his thing. And now, you know, you're going to be doing the same thing. So I hope that it helps kind of get you on the right track, you know.
Yeah,
gives
for
you like
sure.
a little jump start, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And then hopefully when you start working in the Marvel movies, you got all these, you're the next big superhero or something. Hopefully you won't forget us, you know.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Stranger Things. If you're looking for the next castmate, she's right here waiting.
I know.
They're
already filming season 5, and I was so sad when I realized they were. So I'm like, dang it, there goes my chances.
You never know.
I saw the casting calls for it though. Those were up several months ago.
Yeah, they do put out casting calls. They you know, for a show like
where
that,
on like on Instagram?
They had them on Backstage and everything.
Really?
Well, yeah, they placed their ads up on Facebook and Instagram even.
Got it. Yeah.
So what they do is they'll put the smaller, like, if you want to be a background extra, you'll see ads like that pop up on Facebook if that's something you want. But you know, for you, you might want to try to get some of these speaking roles, even if it's something small to get your foot in the door. And then for that, what you would want to do is go to Actors Access. But once you put that together, you want to make sure that you have all your stuff together. So like a demo reel, resume, and all that. So all the stuff that you're getting together right now, you want to get all that stuff to make sure you have it on. Yeah. And then that's where you'd apply for that kind of stuff. So I'm sure you'll get something soon. So,
yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, so since this was a memorable, and it was you said that it exceeded your expectations and everything for filming, just wait until you do get on a bigger film set. You're going to be completely blown away.
Well, it could probably be a lot different. You know, you have I feel when you work on these smaller sets, I can only speak for us. So like when you work with us, like we're very approachable. We're easy to get a hold of. You don't have to talk to 7 different people to get to the answer.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, working on independent films and then working on bigger budget productions and everything, it's just they're different worlds.
Yeah, but you're gonna get something cool soon. That's what she's trying to say. You're gonna get something awesome.
Sorry for saying that stuff, but you don't want her to. You're like, she's gonna be in all our films.
No, I said I hope she gets. What are you talking about? All right. Anyway, do you want to ask her any other questions before we let her go? Because we're approaching the hour mark. I think we have like 20 minutes left. But
have you already started announcing to everybody that you're going to be in a Friday the 13th fan film?
A little bit. One of my friends knows. My family knows. I haven't really started saying it yet. When the movie comes out, though, for sure I will. I'll be like, hey guys, check out this movie, or I'll have everybody over for like a watch party and stuff.
so the premiere, we want to have a movie premiere.
Yeah, it sounds
and what
fun.
we're doing is we use Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding site. We use that to raise money to get the movie made, to get the Blu-rays made, to have a movie premiere and all that cool stuff. So what we do is we have people donate towards perks, and then we ship out whatever they donate towards. So say they donate towards a t-shirt. So they give us some money and we send them a t-shirt, and we use that money to make the film. So that's how a lot of people get involved with the movies that we're working on. Most of them don't join the way that you did. So we have acting perks, producer perks, all kinds of things. And right now what we're doing is we're getting ready to launch our Finishing Funds campaign on Indiegogo. The full thing goes live on September 1st. This is going to help us raise the money that we need to have that premiere. So we'll have perks for people, like custom merchandise. You autographed some things while you were there on set with us. We'll have that stuff available for the backers, so they can get some cool Camille autographed items. I think you did machetes, masks, the clapper boards, and all that fun stuff.
Posters,
We're going to have posters. We're going to have some new posters with new designs. They'll have your name on them. We'll have all kinds of cool things that we have planned for it. So the reason why I'm saying this is because, guys, if you're watching the Indiegogo campaign for the Friday the 13th Finishing Funds Blood Loss campaign goes live September 1st. Mark your calendars, set your alarms, tell your friends. Help us get this thing finished by donating to the campaign and sharing the link as much as possible. All of your support's appreciated very much. The pre-launch campaign goes live on the 19th. It's the 12th right now. So is that a week from today? Is that what we did? Is that what we planned? It goes live in 1 week. It's live in a week. How cool is that? So the pre-launch campaign goes live in a week from now. September 1st, we'll have a brand new trailer for the movie launched alongside the Indiegogo campaign. We'll have brand new promo photos for the actors, including Camille and Christian Bester and Clifton Taylor and all the other cool people. And that'll be the last time that these guys can kind of join in, get some of this stuff. Get their hands on all the autographed items, because we only have limited items that are autographed. It'll be your last chance to get producer credits on the film and so forth. Do you want to say anything about the campaign?
Well, I wasn't done talking to her before.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I was going to mention about how there'll be a new poster that's coming out with all the newest cast members added to it. So you'll be able to have a poster with your name on it.
Yay, that's exciting.
I was done. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
You cut me off before.
All right. So yeah, I just said that we would have new posters with Camille's name on it, autographed items for it, all that stuff available through the Indiegogo.
That's what I was going to say.
It'll be available through the Indiegogo campaign September 1st. Get your hands on it while you can. It helps us out a lot. We can't do it without your support. The Indiegogo campaign for Boredom and Bloodshed went live on Friday night at midnight. It's already reached its goal. We got there within the first 24 hours. So it's set to go in demand. So if you're looking for a fun slasher film to get involved with, check out the campaign for Boredom and Bloodshed. We have a bunch of cool perks available for the viewers, including custom merchandise, unique acting opportunities, official producer credits, and more. Killer Pizza, of course, is our next feature-length film. That's a horror comedy. It's also in demand on Indiegogo. We have a bunch of cool perks available for you, including custom merchandise and more. Check that out. We're joined tonight by actress Camille Langlie from Friday the 13th Blood Loss. We're talking about her experience with filming with us, filming on set. What did you got to see like Jason in the costume and all that? What did you think about getting to see the costume? Was it kind of what you expected, or was it different, or?
Yeah, no, I thought it was super cool. I'm trying to remember it. I think, yeah, I thought it was nice how it was like, am I allowed to like say the costume?
Yeah, they've seen
Okay, I really don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, but I think it's nice how it was black. I like that because did it have like blood splatters on it or like some sort of splatter on it?
Yeah, so it's hand painted, so
nice.
it looks like, in person it looks like really red. But once it's actually on film and kind of color graded, it doesn't look as bright as it probably did. But yeah,
that's what I thought.
So I hand painted the jacket, the shirt, the pants, the gloves, and the mask too. So thank you. I appreciate it. Mandee does the weapons. So Mandee did the machetes, the axes. Knives.
Any type of weapon.
Morgan wants to know if
a lot of the other props as well.
Morgan wants to know if Ashlyn gets chased by Jason. Does Ashlyn get? Did Ashlyn get chased by Jason? No. All right, let's see. And Zachary says, check out the Indiegogo page for Killer Pizza and Boredom and Bloodshed. Thank you, Zachary. All right. So, guys, we're almost at the hour mark. If you have any questions for Camille, ask us below in the comments section so we can show your comments on the screen. We're going to, let's see, pull up a different band. The Finishing Funds campaign for Friday the 13th Blood Loss goes live on Indiegogo September 1st. If I haven't mentioned it, there's the banner for it. We're almost there. Is there anything you can think of that you want to ask? So Camille is, as you mentioned, you're 14. So when you're under 18, you have to have a legal guardian with you on set. So in this case, you had your dad with you on set. What was it like having him there with you? Was that kind of a fun experience to have him there? Is it like do you think it's a memory that you guys will share together for forever, for all time now? Or
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Was it
no,
so?
I thought it was really nice to have him around. During the scenes we were filming and stuff, I thought it was cool for him to be able to see like how we were filming it and stuff. And I think he definitely had a fun time with it too. After we got back to our place, he was like, wow, that was like so cool, and he like kept talking about it. So I thought it was super nice just to have him around, to have him I know he took some pictures and stuff that's in our camera roll. I don't think we were supposed to take pictures, but well, yeah.
Morgan says, is this her first film project? That's all. I'm glad he enjoyed it too, by the way. Was this her first film project? Yes. So this is the first film that she's done. The first of many to come, Morgan. And then Morgan also wants to know, is your dad a Jason fan?
I don't know if he's seen Friday the 13th. I have to ask him. I don't think he has, but
okay.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's seen the movies. But we were gonna watch him before we went to film, but we didn't have enough time. But we should watch him for sure.
Yeah, now that you've filmed, maybe go back and watch it. Like I think
Yeah.
maybe before filming, it was fine that you hadn't seen them, because what we're doing is so different from those movies that I think sometimes when people get really attached to these characters and they don't really want to steer away from what they know those characters to be in from that world. So
Yeah.
now that you've kind of, like, Ashlyn was this thing that doesn't exist in those other movies.
Yeah.
And for that to be so different, I didn't want, I was completely fine with you not knowing anything about the movies, because then it kind of gave you the freedom to portray that character the way that you thought it should be done, without being
The influence.
influenced by the other movies. But yeah, it might be fun to go back and watch just so, like, what is this stuff,
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zachary wants to know, what was it like working with Anthony and Mandee?
It was really great. I found it was super easy to contact you guys, which I found that was super nice. Like, I would like text you guys or send you guys an email at like 1, and then you would get back to me at like 1:30. So that was super nice, like before we were filming and stuff. And then when we were filming, like everything went perfect. Like I don't know how to explain it more, but like I don't know, everybody was just so nice and welcoming and stuff, and it was my first time I was ever doing anything. So I was like a little bit nervous, but after I got there and I was like in makeup for a little bit, like all my nerves went away because everybody was just so nice and welcoming. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time in the trailer. Especially with Katie and Nick, with everybody.
Yeah, they were really funny. Yeah, it was super nice to meet them.
Yeah.
Zachary says, from personal experience, he agrees it was great for him as well. Thank you, guys. It makes me feel great about the way we're doing things. Morgan says, that's awesome. Welcome to the world of glitz and glamour.
Thank you.
And then he also says, Anthony and Mandee have that communication on point. I think we do a pretty good job of communicating, especially since, we have 3 of our own projects that we're making, with all different casts and people behind the scenes that are working on that. And then we have backers for all of them. And then we have friends that are making movies that ask us questions, and our Facebook friends and all this stuff. So yeah, we really try, and I think we do a good job of getting back to everybody. Zachary says, I agree, Morgan. Gary wants to know what Camille's favorite scary movie is. Gary, you got to tune in at 9:00 Eastern. That's what. No, she told us it was Scream. So we of course have.
I like all the Scream movies for sure, but I would think the most recent one's my favorite. I don't know if that's 6 or 7. I think they're making 7, but I think Scream 6 was my favorite because it was set in New York. I really love New York. No, like all the scenes in Scream 7, they were like, I don't know, just so like New York coded. And I don't know, I thought those were super nice. And then I also really like the movie The Black Phone, because that's like a little bit more of like a realistic horror almost, I would say. One of the reasons I really like Scream was because it's almost like a little bit funny, just because like in the first Scream movie, it's like, oh no, like why would he go in there? Like he's in there. Like it's almost like horror, comedy horror for that one. But The Black Phone is more like realistic horror, and it's like more like deep, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So Morgan says, The Black Phone, yes.
Yeah.
So Morgan likes The Black Phone. Let's see what Zachary's saying here. I had watched Scream 6 in theaters twice within a span of 24 hours. We saw it at the theater only once, though. Did Camille get to see it at the theater when it came out?
No, I discovered like the whole Scream line of movies like about a year ago. So I don't think I saw it in theater, but they're definitely really easy to like binge all of them and like rewatch them for sure.
Do you think you would see number 7 in the theater now that you've seen the other ones?
Yeah.
And you like them?
Yeah, when it comes out, I'm definitely going straight to the theater to watch it.
Let's see. We want to know from the audience, what is your favorite scary movie? Let us know in the comments. Mandee's favorite is Halloween 3. Well, you saw Scream 6. What did you think about it? Did you like Scream 6?
I don't think they're terrible movies, the newest ones that they had came out with, introducing like Billy and Loomis's daughter and stuff like that. It's just, I think maybe they should have just, I don't know. I just think they should have done a different storyline with it for that part. But the rest of it, the killing and stuff like that, and the nostalgia to it, and them playing the little Easter eggs in there, the homage to the originals. I thought that was good, but I'm still too partial to the originals.
I agree.
Better.
So we're getting some answers from the comments section.
If I'm talking funny, it's because I'm getting an echo.
Zachary says, I think the first horror film he watched was either the original It miniseries or A Nightmare on Elm Street. Both are classics. Do you have a favorite between those? The original It or A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, the original Nightmare on Elm Street is the first horror film I can remember watching. I was like 5 years old, and I actually remembered it, but I wasn't scared. I was just so amazed that this stuff was happening, and but at that age, I already knew it was fake. So it's like, for some reason, I knew it was fake, so it didn't scare me or anything. But I had all my family members. It's like I kept going. I remember hopping all the seats. Like, everybody was sitting around on like a couch and a love seat in this tiny room. And I remember hopping from seat to seat. And every person I sat next to would cover my eyes, tell me it's okay. And I just remember being so upset by that, because it's like I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I just kept moving to the next person, because I was just hoping that there'd be one person that wouldn't try to cover my face. But yeah, the first Nightmare on Elm Street was very memorable because of that. But I know I've seen other ones, because I remember the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff like that. And when I saw it, though, when I was little, I got to watch that when they were airing it. And I was pretty amazed by that one, too.
Are those?
I really like them.
Have you seen those, Camille?
I've seen it, like the first one. I think I've seen that one at my friend's house. It has a lot of jump scares, so it scared me like that a little bit. I haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street, though. I haven't seen a lot of like the original horror movies, which I feel like I definitely should. But no, I haven't seen Halloween. I haven't seen what's it called, the Conjuring, or that movie. I haven't seen that one, or I haven't seen any of the originals really, but I have seen it, and it was pretty scary. I liked it, though.
With it, I think you've seen the newest one, the one that was in the theaters.
I saw the one, I can't remember. I saw the one with like the kids that were young, not like when they were adults.
It sounds like
it sounds like the movie.
Yeah, it sounds like you probably saw the more recent movies. So in the 90s they had a mini series, and then
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So we got a couple Freddy questions coming in, but so Morgan says his favorite is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Robert Englund is king. Yeah, a lot of everybody loves Freddy, I think. Gary says, who's your favorite, Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger? And who would you like to be killed? Who would you like to be killed by? So who would I like to be? I don't want to be killed by anybody. I like Jason and
I'd
Freddy.
be killed by Freddy Krueger.
Freddy?
Because the dream scenarios are fun.
Oh, we'll have to maybe after Camille sees those, we'll have her back on and we'll ask her some Freddy questions. That way we'll get back on and talk about some
Nightmare on Elm Street and then come back.
So Brady and Green Lasers, we were asking what your favorite scary movie was, and they had the right answer. It's Friday the 13th Blood Loss. All right, and then we have Zachary says he's seen, he was saying the first ones he saw were It and Nightmare on Elm Street, but now he's seen hundreds of them. Gary says he's a fan of the first Scream movie. That's his favorite, the very first Scream movie.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, me too. That's the one that Nancy Ann Ritter is in. She's going to be in Killer Pizza. Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo. Guys, check it out today. Zachary says, I always joke around because the It films take place in Maine and I live in Maine. That's pretty cool. Tim Curry was so good as Pennywise, in my opinion. Tim Curry was awesome as Pennywise.
Yeah, I like Tim Curry as Pennywise better. Nothing against Bill Skarsgård. I just like the original better.
Freddy would be more fun and creative kill.
That's what I was saying.
That's offensive. I'm just kidding.
What's that?
Gary wants to know if Camille can give him a shout out. He was asking us for a shout out too. Maybe we can all just give him a shout. I don't know if we might be blurry right now, but if not, then Gary, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us, Gary Dando. We appreciate all the support.
Thank you, Gary.
Do you want to say anything to Gary? You want to say thank you or something?
Well, Gary was saying he was asking for Camille to do it.
Yeah, but he asked us before this.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
How do you say his last name?
All right. So,
Dando?
yeah, there you
I'm
go.
sorry. Thank you, Gary Dando, for watching.
It's very sincere of you.
I
Matthew
mean,
White says,
we really appreciate it. Without our viewers and everything, none of this would be possible. How about that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Matthew White says Tim Curry is fantastic. Yeah, he's awesome in all the movies he's in.
Exactly.
Zachary says, I'd either want to be killed by Jason Voorhees or Art the Clown.
But that wasn't an option.
Art the Clown was not an option, Zachary. It's either Jason
Freddy or
Voorhees or
Jason.
Freddy Krueger. Just kidding. All right, awesome. So we're at the 1 hour mark. Is there anything from Camille that we should have asked that we didn't get a chance to ask, or anything you wanted to talk about that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you're talking to the viewers or me. No, I think we covered everything.
Awesome. So if somebody wants to hire you to be a part of their projects, are you open to that? And if so, what is the formal way to contact you?
Yeah, no, I would definitely be open to that. I don't know. I might have to talk with my parents and stuff and figure out how to like set up an email or something.
How to set that up.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, is there any like website or social media that you want to plug or anything like that? Or
yeah, you could just search up Camille Langlie on Google, I think, and then my Backstage account will pop up. And I don't know if you can message me on there, but if you can, then yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're super excited.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we're super excited for everybody to see the scenes that you filmed with us in the movie.
Thank you. Me too. Yeah.
Well, if we can, if you guys are okay with it, we want to have you come back on again, probably in September with a group with some of the other actors. So probably have you on with Christian and some of the other people. That way we can all talk about the movie together. So yeah, awesome. Great having you on. We're going to see
you guys
real
so much.
soon, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys. I had
night.
such a good time filming and everything. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That was Camille Langlie. I told you she'd be here. Camille's featured in Friday the 13th Blood Loss. The Finishing Funds campaign for that movie goes live on September 1st. This will be your last chance to get producer credits and all the other fun stuff that we have available, including screen used weapons, autographed items, and all kinds of things. Check it out September 1st. Help us get the funds that we need to finish the film by donating to the campaign and sharing the link as much as possible. So now that she's gone, let's talk about the other movies quick, and then we'll talk about the movies that we've seen recently. So the campaign, the Indiegogo campaign for Boredom and Bloodshed went live on Friday. We've already reached our first goal, so the campaign is set to go in demand. Boredom and Bloodshed is the first entry in our brand new series that we call Thrill Kills. It's an original thing where we'll present holiday-themed short films based around original characters that we plan on making more stuff with. So if you guys want to be a part of this,
I'm gonna turn off. Sorry.
So if you guys want to be a part of the project, join through Indiegogo today. There are all kinds of acting opportunities, official IMDb producer credits. You get your book in the movie, get your song in the movie, their remote acting roles, and lots more. So check that out. Join the cast today. You can get killed in the scene. You can get a line in the movie. You can be, you can join the party scene. We're gonna have a Halloween party. You could be in one of the scenes in your Halloween costume. It should be pretty fun. So check that out. And of course, Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo. Killer Pizza's featuring some of horror's greatest icons, including Tom Glynn from Creepshow, Walter Phelan from House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, Charmed, X-Files, Little Nicky, Goosebumps, Watchmen, From Dusk Till Dawn, and so on and so forth. Al Burke from The Wedding Singer, Killjoy, every music video ever made in the WWF. Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream, Colin Fiol from A Hard Place, Phantom Fun World, Tam Taylor, Mark Brubaker, Nathaniel Oliver, Lisa Hins, Lisa Kinser, Jeremy Plume, and Jeffrey Birkin, and Jeff Woods.
There's too many for me to name right now.
So many.
I need the list in front of me. I'm sorry. It's like for my well-known actors, I need the list.
If you guys haven't joined that project yet, I don't know why. Gary wants to know, will there be any Christmas scenes coming up?
Actually, our plan with the Boredom and Bloodshed was the first of the series in the first episode in our Thrill Kill series, which is a Halloween episode. And then the plan is to see how well everything goes, because we want to do a Thanksgiving and a Christmas episode.
So there you go. You heard it first here today. Thanks to Gary.
Thanks to Gary.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right. But first, we have to get this Halloween one made. And that's only possible with your support. The next 8 people to donate $50 or more get a free lanyard in addition to whichever perks you choose. In addition to getting the perks that you pick out, which are already priced very well, you get the free lanyard. And in addition to that, you also get entered into raffle night, free raffle night. We go live on Facebook and we give away a bunch of prizes to everybody that supported the campaign. So you can't go wrong with donating. Anything else you want to say about our movies before we talk about the movies we've seen?
No, you covered everything with it. We did list up the information to do the remote acting perk for, because you can do that for the Boredom and Bloodshed, especially for Killer Pizza. We still have that active. That's a great way to get involved with the films if you're unable to travel. You just film from the comfort of your home. And you don't really need any special equipment. You can just use your phone. It is the best way to get involved, because I have a lot of people that reach out and say that they're not able to travel or anything and ask how they can be a part of the film. And that's what we tell them. We have the remote acting perk, and it is very popular. But if you're able to come to set, it's a wonderful experience. We just always get positive feedback with everybody working with us, and just become one big family. So take advantage of the perks. Enjoy the cast.
So the remote acting perks are available for both campaigns. They're $1.99 on Indiegogo. You can get that for Killer Pizza or Boredom and Bloodshed. If you guys want one for each film, send me a message and we'll work out a secret perk for you. Zachary says, today I watched George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead for the first time. Awesome. So yeah, those remote acting roles are available, but we also have roles for you to come on set with us. There are offers to get a demo reel made. So if you're an aspiring actor that wants a demo reel, you can come film scenes with us. There's a perk to get your demo reel made. There are perks to get your name featured on the poster. There are Blu-rays available for Blood Loss starting September 1st. Digital downloads for Killer Pizza and Boredom and Bloodshed today. DVDs for Killer Pizza and more. So check that out. Help us out by donating. We're going to talk about the films that we watched recently.
Okay. I was just trying to.
What?
I was just checking things and then telling people we're live.
Oh, all right. So movies we've seen recently. Borderlands.
Made a face.
I know we're talking about Borderlands. What do you think about Borderlands?
I actually enjoyed it. It follows the video games closely and everything, and in my opinion, when something does that, I know it's kind of frowned upon. A lot of people like to see new twists on things and introduce to things, but I enjoyed it for the fact that there's just a lot of things in there that stuck with the video game.
So yeah, I don't know anything about video games. I didn't know anything about the casting or any of that stuff. I just kind of went in. I saw a trailer, I think months ago, and I just went into the movie kind of with an open mind. Enjoyed the movie. Yeah, Zachary says, I heard it's a bad movie. So
I don't think it's a bad movie. I think what happened is that I think they cast it wrong, though. Like, it wasn't age appropriate, like, for the certain roles.
So to finish my thought, what I was saying was, I didn't know anything about the movie. I don't know anything about the video games. I just went in with an open mind. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was fun. After seeing it and kind of learning more about the characters, it became more apparent that the on-screen counterparts didn't really match the video game characters as well as they probably should have. There were some things in the movie that just didn't feel right with the lead actress. I thought she was a good actress, so it wasn't that. It just felt like maybe she was a little bit too old for the role that she was in. And then Kevin Hart was, comedy relief, but a lot of his action scenes felt kind of awkward. But overall, I enjoyed it. I didn't feel like it was as terrible as some people have kind of made it out to be. And I don't feel like it was a waste of time or money or anything. I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah. Next. All right. The next one we saw, Harold and the Purple Crayon. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know it was based off a real book. I saw a commercial or trailer, I think a couple months ago. All I knew was he used purple crayon to bring things to life. And so I kind of just went in with this one with an open mind. I felt like it was enjoyable. A lot of it was very childish, which I found out after that the book it's a real book that's for preschoolers. I didn't know that. It felt kind of silly at times. And it felt, again, just kind of immature, but I enjoyed it. Again, didn't feel like it was a waste of time or anything. It just was kind of babyish at times. I thought the characters were fine as far as I could tell.
The film is a dedication to the author of Harold and the Purple Crayon, so I thought it was enjoyable. It was a cute film.
There you go, Harold and the Purple Crayon. Zachary Scott says, the most recent film we watched in theaters was Deadpool and Wolverine. We saw that one twice. I enjoyed it, thought it was a lot of fun. Didn't get too emotionally invested in anything behind the scenes. I try not to with any of these movies or else you just won't enjoy them. But I liked Deadpool and Wolverine. I felt like this was the closest to like comic book accurate Wolverine that we've had as far as the portrayal. I was never a fan of Hugh Jackman or especially as Wolverine. I never thought Hugh Jackman was a good Wolverine. And in this movie, I thought he did a good job. I liked Logan too, but I felt like this was the closest that I got to seeing the Wolverine that I wanted to see. So I enjoyed it.
I've always liked him as Wolverine. But the first time we watched the film, I couldn't hear it very well. So the second time I was able to hear all the jokes and everything that they were making, and I realized what all the Easter eggs were that they put in it. I had no idea why Channing Tatum was in it as Gambit. That one threw me off because I didn't realize he was supposed to make a film, so that's a spoiler there.
Yeah, I think everybody by this point probably knows that.
Yeah,
he's in the movie.
I didn't realize he was gonna.
This is like our third time talking about it, so yeah. So I didn't like the first Deadpool movie. I thought the second one was a little more enjoyable, but not by much. But I thought this one was a lot better. So
I liked the first one. The second one I didn't like as much as the first one. It felt more low budget to me when they made the second one for some reason. But this one was pretty cool because they actually get to have everything combined now, and they don't have to be cut off from the rest of the Marvel universe.
Gary wants to know, what is our take on the new Beetlejuice?
On the new one, I'm excited to see it. I'm a huge fan of Tim Burton's, and so I'm excited to see what this sequel is going to bring. The only thing that I didn't like about it was who they casted for the daughter, Lydia's daughter.
Yeah, so it's fun, I guess. Seeing Michael Keaton in any of those throwback character roles is fun. I guess now that it's been so long, hopefully it's decent. Jenna Ortega being in the movie kind of throws me out, but kind of just hanging there for Michael Keaton and hope for the best, I think. Zachary says his favorite Deadpool movies are 1 and then 3 and then 2. I like 3, 2, 1. Do you have an order that you like them in?
Yeah, I still like the first one, and then the third one, I would say the same order, and then 2 last.
Very cool. The next movie that we saw was...
We just saw was it Cuckoo?
We saw Cuckoo.
Cuckoo? That's it.
There might be some light spoilers here, but I liked it. I didn't hate it. I like the atmosphere. Some of the actors were good. I wasn't crazy about the lead actress. I'm trying to say this without spoiling it. There's an aspect about this movie that once you kind of realize what's going on with the characters, the bad guys in the movie, I wasn't crazy about that. But overall, it was decent. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I thought the lead actress was really good. I felt that she nailed her part and everything, and I thought the twist on everything was original, and I think they actually pulled it off really well without it being cheesy.
The other one I wanted to mention was from 2019. It was one that Mandy had seen before, but I did not see. It was called Satanic Panic.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So it was a fun film where a pizza delivery person gets caught up with Satanists that want to sacrifice her. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was a Shudder original.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Well, then this is the first Shudder original that I've kind of enjoyed, I think. I don't really like those movies. There was that one in the cabin that we watched. The girl and the guy in the cabin. Was that a Shudder original? I don't remember the name of it.
The cabin one, the one that were the camper one.
The camper.
We talked about that one. No, that wasn't a Shudder one. That was
okay.
Just.
I like that.
That was an Australian film. Just
okay.
an independent film.
Well, then this is the Shudder movie that I've liked the most so far. It's called Satanic Panic. I don't know the actresses in it. A couple of them looked familiar, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I can't remember anybody's name right now, but there's a few famous actors in this film. And yeah, I always enjoyed it. Thought it was funny. I told him that it was a good horror comedy.
Horror comedy. There's pretty much no nudity except for the end. There's a lot. And if it wasn't for that, and if it wasn't for a couple other small things, I would say it's almost like gateway horror, but it's horror comedy. 2 days ago, I watched Independence Day. So yeah, Independence Day it feels very 90s, I think.
Independence Day. Yeah, that's with Will Smith and Bill Pullman as president.
Jeff Goldblum's in it. It feels like a 90s movie, I think.
Yeah, it's a 90s movie. It was a good one though. I always like the post up the Bill Pullman as the president saying Happy 4th of July. Well, that's when it happens. But yeah, that's a good one. And Zachary mentioned that he finally watched Night of the Living Dead, which after you've just seen that, watch some of the behind the scene footage with that film, and then you could see some really cool things that they had to do with that film because they had such a low budget to create it.
Very cool. All right. So we're at the hour and 20-minute mark. I think we're going to let these guys go. Friday the 13th Blood Loss Finishing Funds campaign goes live on Indiegogo September 1st. The campaigns for Boredom and Bloodshed and Killer Pizza are live right now. Boredom and Bloodshed reached its goal on Friday in under 24 hours, but it's still active for the next 28 days. There are a ton of cool perks available, including custom merchandise, unique acting opportunities, official producer credits, and more. It's our very, very first entry in our brand new short film series. Check it out. Get involved. Come film with us. Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo and starring some of horror's greatest icons, including Tom Glynn, Walter Phelan, Al Burke, Nancy Ann Ritter, and more. Join that campaign today. There's all kinds of custom merchandise. There's a sharing contest going right now. We'll announce the winner in a week from today, and all kinds of cool things. So check those out. Zachary, real quick, says, I love the designs of the aliens in Independence Day.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yep.
You watched the Slaughterhouse Rules the other day.
Slaughterhouse Rules.
With Simon Pegg.
Yeah, but I didn't see the whole thing. I only saw some of it. Yeah. All right. So I think that's pretty much all we've seen lately. We'll keep you guys updated on that. We're back here Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern with Vin Mayo and Matthew White from Friday the 13th Blood Loss. We'll get to talk about their involvement with the film and their other movie projects. We're looking forward to that. It should be a fun time. And until then, we will see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.